Sierra Burgess is a Loser is directed by Ian Samuels and is the latest in a ever-expanding line of Netflix original young adult movies. The film is set in an alternate universe where Barb from Stranger Things is still alive and goes by Sierra and has loving parents who would likely go looking for her if she ever disappeared. As the name suggests, Sierra is a bit of a loser, or at least that's what mean girl Veronica thinks. When Veronica is approached by Jamie, played by mega babe Noah Centineo, who asks for her number, she thinks it would be a funny idea to give him Sierra's number instead. This results in Sierra developing feelings for Jamie over a series of messages, and so she devises a plan to pretend to be Veronica in order to keep him interested in her. For those of you that follow my channel, you will have seen that I did a review for another Netflix YA movie, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. My biggest criticism of that film was that it stuck to a very generic cut and paste formula for its storytelling. Going into this film, I thought it was going to be something similar, and while there are definitely some generic characters, Veronica's catty friends being a perfect example, the film actually changes it up quite a bit and goes against the grain, which is really surprising. Veronica, played by Christine Froseth, is initially nasty for the sake of being nasty and has a pretty solid resting bitch face. However, when Sierra proposes a plan that will potentially help them both get the boys that they are interested in, the friendship that they strike up feels pretty genuine. In a sense, these characters actually have kind of the same problem, in that appearances form such an important part of how they perceive themselves and who they want to be. I also liked the dynamic with Veronica's family. A lot of the time in these movies, the popular girl comes from a wealthy background and a seemingly perfect life. However, here, Veronica's family life is actually less than ideal. They don't appear to have a lot of money, and Veronica's mother has been scarred over something that's happened with her father, which in turn has impacted how she perceives the world and how she's choosing to raise her children. And a lot of these problems, again, revolve around this idea of appearances holding value. It was actually a really interesting aspect of her character and added a lot more depth. But the highlight for me was definitely Shannon, who plays Sierra. She did such a great job. The character is very strong-minded, but also obviously quite insecure, and I think she balanced the performance quite well. She also has a really lovely singing voice. Who knew?
But I know you don't have a clue. This sunflower is waiting for you, waiting for you.
I don't think this film's going to be at the top of anyone's list for 2018, but it's still a very enjoyable watch. I'm going to give Sierra Burgess as a Loser a 7.5 out of 10. Did you guys like this movie? Let me know in the comment section below. How did it stack up next to All the Boys I've Loved Before for you? Personally, I rated it just marginally higher because I think it's got a slightly better message, but they're both very watchable films. Plus, Noah Centineo. I mean, come on. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit flat today. My voice is a bit raspy. I had a big night out last night and I'm feeling a little bit seedy, but I really wanted to get this video out, so it's not going to be my best, but I appreciate you watching it all the same. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys here for the next one. Caw-caw!